And finally, the 5th Stephen Bomb concludes with That Will Be All, the episode where all of the plot threads introduced in the previous 4 episodes come together. And, dare I say, a new chapter of the show begins. Blue Diamond has come back, and now Yellow Diamond has arrived as well. Meanwhile, Steven and Greg are being dragged away by an amethyst. Turns out it's actually to take them to our amethyst, who's buddied up with the amethyst working at the zoo, and she's turned back into her regular form, and she's getting along with them, and she's starting to think of them as family. And I can't describe it. I cannot describe how great this scene is. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's so good. It's a couple solid minutes of Amethyst being validated for being an Amethyst, and it's so great, and it's needed to happen for so long, and I'm so happy. And we meet more Amethysts, and we meet other Jaspers, and we meet Carnelian, another one of the gems that Peridot talked about in Beta. These are other Earth gems, other Earthlings like Steven and Amethyst. And I mentioned in my previous review that it doesn't feel like these guys, it doesn't feel like their story is over either, so I am expecting we're going to see them again. I really hope it's sooner rather than later, because they were a lot of fun. But, getting real, Holly Blue is still out and about. She is not caught on to the fact that the crystal gems are not who they say they are yet. But now, with 2 diamonds at this base, things are even more precarious than they were before, and Greg and Steven are now kind of wandering around the base trying to find an opportunity to meet up with the others and get off of the base in the Ruby ship. And they happen to wander into a room where Blue Diamond is meeting with Yellow Diamond. Or rather, I guess Yellow Diamond is seeking out a meeting with Blue Diamond since she came there looking for Blue Diamond. And we get some exposition about the war, about some stuff that happened during the war. It looks like after our Rose rebelled, all other Rose quartz were bubbled by Pink Diamond and stored here at the zoo, or stored elsewhere and then later moved to the zoo. And unlike what Holly Blue said in the previous episode, Blue Diamond doesn't keep the zoo going out of any form of compassion. She does it out of a sense of sentimentality. She misses Pink Diamond. She's very emotional about it even here now. So it wasn't just because she was at the site of Pink Diamond's death earlier that she was so emotional. She's just emotional about this in general. And so she keeps Pink Diamond's zoo in order, she looks after Pink Diamond's humans, and she employs the gems that were made at Pink Diamond's colony, all because she misses Pink Diamond, because she's sentimental and misses Pink Diamond. She doesn't care about the humans, she doesn't really care about the gems. It's all because she misses Pink Diamond. And Steven sees and hears this conversation, and we get a song number. The Yellow and Blue Pearls and Yellow Diamond sing a song to Blue Diamond titled What's the Use of Feeling / What's the Use of Feeling Blue. And the way that it is structured lyrically and the way that the title is written out, it's pretty clear that it's not asking what's the use of feeling sad, it's asking Blue Diamond what's the use of feeling at all. Yellow is also very hurt by what happened to Pink Diamond, but she's approached it in a different way than Blue. Where Blue has been overrun by her grief, Yellow has decided to suppress all emotions so as to also suppress her grief. And you can see that Yellow Diamond genuinely wants Blue Diamond to be able to move on from this and feel better about it. The Diamonds seem to genuinely care about each other, they just don't care about anybody else other than each other. It's a direction that I thought the show might go, but that I didn't really expect it to go, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. And we're going to get to find out soon, because after the song, in a scene where Sapphire could very well have been exposed, but thankfully wasn't, we do get just enough dialogue between the 2 diamonds to realize that the next place they're going is Earth. They still think that the cluster is going to hatch. They want to preserve more of Pink Diamond's legacy. I would assume that means abducting more humans, I don't know. But they do intend to go to Earth. That's perfectly clear. I want to talk about the song very, very briefly. The melody of the song, I know I don't usually do that in these reviews, but I really liked it. The Pearls sang back up, and they didn't exactly harmonize with Yellow, but I don't really know how to describe it. Their part was almost like a counterpoint to Yellow's. It didn't quite mesh with it. It felt really grating almost, but it served to give the song this really alien sound to it that I found really impressive. I wouldn't say that I necessarily liked the way it sounded, but it sounded unlike any other song we've gotten in the show so far. Then after the song, and after we get the line that tells us that Yellow and Blue are coming to Earth, Greg and Steven are finally able to sneak back to the, I don't know what you call it, the docking bay, I guess, with a little bit of help from the Famethyst, and they're this close. They're this close to getting on the ship and getting away when Holly Blue sees them. But it allows us to get the best Pearl scene since she socked Peridot in the face. And I'm not going to spoil that for you either. Not because I can't like the scene with Amethyst earlier, but because I don't want to. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. So good. Such a great Pearl scene. And that's it. Pretty much everything introduced specifically in this Stephen Bomb is tied up. In just 5 11-minute episodes, 55 minutes, they managed to begin a new arc, develop it, and then conclude it while still leaving things open for later storylines. It was great. It was quick, it was concise, there wasn't a single moment where I felt like it was dragging, but there also wasn't a single moment where I felt like there was too much information being given to me either. I'm just super impressed with this Stephen Baum overall. It was very, very good, progressed the show a lot. I really hope we get to see more story arcs like this going forward. We are getting weekly episodes after this, not immediately, but I think starting 2 weeks from now maybe, don't quote me on that. Starting with an episode that will supposedly be showing us what happened while Steven and the Crystal Gems were gone, and Connie, Lapis, and Peridot were left in charge of watching over Beach City. I'm really looking forward to that. Always love to see Connie in action, y'all know that. And then supposedly right after that we're getting an episode about Rose's room that might confirm one of my theories. I'm super psyched about that one too. Point is, it looks like Steven Universe is not going back on hiatus. We are getting more episodes very, very soon. I'm super excited about that too. This show is building to so many things, and I could go into detail about what I think they are, but I just don't have time. Maybe I'll do a video about it. I don't know. But this is the most excited I've been for this show in a very long time, in case you couldn't tell. All of that said, guys, what did you think of this episode, and what did you think of this Stephen Baum overall? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.
What an honor. I don't think anything could spoil this for me.